Hi guys, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Okay, Sushant, I'll start with you first. We believe the girls are very talkative. How do you keep them quiet and start working? Parineeti, I know for one.
He is not. I am very upset.
Parineeti, we know. I don't know much about Vaani, so let's get started. Tell us.
I don't know. I just keep quiet and listen to them. And
I don't talk so much.
Yeah. So basically, it's you, Parineeti.
Basically, it's me. See, he looked at me also. Immediately, he looked. तुम्हारी बात हो रही है.
No, but really, how was it working with these two girls? Were they bratty? Did they bully you?
No, they were very professional on set.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. Parineeti is such a fab actor and such natural, spontaneous actor. And as an actor, you feel so good when your co-actor is so passionate about your work. You just need to be there in the scene, in your character, and just to react to your co-actor, and the chemistry, it looks so real and organic most of the time.
Even he is like that only. Yeah. It's not only about rehearsals, it's just your motivation is the same. So rehearsals, or even if it's not your shot, when you're doing your close-up, you need the co-actor's help. He's always there, which is an amazing relationship. Sometimes you're not so comfortable with the other person, so you cannot act freely, you cannot be yourself. But at least with the both of us, it was very, very organic,
But in the past, you worked with Arjun and Ranveer.
Yeah.
I mean, they are more more chatty than probably he is. So how does it really work when you have a co-star who's actually fairly quiet off screen?
I think it's very overrated that your personalities need to be similar. Yes, when your personalities are similar, it's smoother and it's easier to work. But I've had the best working relationship with him.
Wow.
Because I don't have to ever think कि अरे take से पहले मैं सुशांत को बोलती हूँ कि मैं ये करने वाली हूँ तो तुम ऐसे करना. I never have to warn him. I never have to. I can do whatever I want in the take, and he will just automatically react.
So he reacts beautifully to you.
Exactly, as the character, of course.
Yeah. Vaani, what about you?
I'm just so new. I've just been learning and observing also.
Yeah.
But for me, both of them have given me this, place of comfort where I can do my own thing without feeling too, there's feeling the need to rush it all up.
Right.
So they've been very patient with me, be it Sushant, be it Parineeti, both of them.
Yeah.
I remember there was this one difficult scene with me and Parineeti, and it took a lot of takes for that. So she was also very calm and composed with it, not getting too panicky about the fact that, we can't get it. And
in this film, live-in relationships play a very important part and all of that. So tell me, do you think as young people, the concept of love and sex has kind of pretty much changed for the young generation today? It's very different from what it used to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's completely changed. Yes, it is more evolved.
The way they
it's
look
more
at it.
open-minded. Yeah, for sure. 10 years ago, we never even used to utter the word sex. A kiss was a big thing. Any love-making scene would be hidden behind two flowers. That's okay, because that generation was a little more conservative. The youngsters today are definitely more open-minded.
Right.
They are open to talking about it. They are open to experiencing different new relationships.
Yeah.
So the same thing is being depicted on camera.
Sushant?
I think it's changing, but then we're still in a very confounding situation right now because we don't know what to do. We don't know whether to stick to our culture. And inbuilt in that notion
Somewhere confused, a little thin line.
Because inbuilt in that notion of the culture, it's still many contradictions and hypocrisy. So almost everybody who wants to think differently or live or just want to follow their heart, they are instantly being judged in a negative manner.
Do you think the society in general they're very judgmental about couples, the kind of relationship one shares? It could be a single woman, or it could be a divorcee, or whatever. It's especially women. People are very judgmental about, oh, you are seeing someone you're living with that person. They make a judgment about the kind of person you are based on your relationship. Do you see that happening?
See, in general, people are very judgmental.
Yeah.
Be it they're talking about your relationship, or the way you're dressed, to the way what you're doing in life, to everything.
Yeah.
That's something that one has to deal with, and of course, they should not be very judgmental because, again, we all are the same. We all end up doing something or the other, which might sound wrong for the other person.
Yeah, while you were saying that the changes happened, in the industry also. At the same time, we do have double standards because even today, just for your movie, the fact that there are 27 kisses is like making headlines. I mean, in Hollywood, when you have a kissing scene, it doesn't merit a conversation. The love-making scene, that's like, oh, it's been leaked. So somewhere, though we're showing it, we're still like, wow, we're going to see a love-making, scene on screen. So it's kind of double standards.
It is.
I think we should make it clear that there are
They're not 27 kissing scenes.
No, irrespective, what I'm saying is that how does it really merit a conversation? You know what I mean?
And yes, I mean, like, I don't know. No one asked me a question when I got killed in Kaipoche.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, you know. So sex makes a very big deal in our country and even in the industry. What do you think about that, Parineeti?
You know, all this, you know, it's normal to be judgmental.
Yeah.
Because we are conservative. So we take all of these things to be us aping the West, which is not true. It's just us becoming more broad-minded. You know, and it all boils down to physicality. Live-in relationships are wrong because premarital is there. So-and-so actress is bold because she kisses on screen. This so-and-so couple is definitely seeing each other because they have done a lovemaking scene on screen. Every judgment boils down to physical proximity, you know, which is very silly.
I guess the live-in is always judged by the matter that, you know, they think that there's lack of commitment on a couple's part.
Yeah,
that's not really the case. That's not really the case, right? How different is from marriage as long as there's commitment?
Yeah.
What do you say, Sushant?
About live-in?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm like, I've been very transparent about my relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. I can't, I mean, like, it's a matter of personal choice.
Personally, do all of you all have like dating principles? Parineeti, have you ever followed any dating principles for your own life?
I actually don't believe in dating at all.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I believe in relationships.
Okay.
I mean, if I were to ever be with somebody who I love, I would not be with them very temporarily or just for, you know, just a physical relationship or just, which is, you know, it's all part of dating. Dating is normally temporary. For me, I would get into a relationship with someone if I'm truly in love with them. And it would be a, you know, long drawn affair. I don't believe in the usual cliched one night stands and, you know, just dating or whatever. But that's my personal take.
What about you, Vaani?
See, again, I'm not following any rules or regulations. It's someone who I know my choice pretty well. I know what attracts me and what I, you know, like in a guy. I'm very clear about that, but I don't have any norms or rules or regulations that I follow in particular. Of course, like she said, you know, there's this no one night stands that we are promoting. I don't promote that either. Something, you know, if I'm interested in somebody, I would want to give it a serious thought and I would want to take it forward from there, you know, into a serious relationship. I would want to see how far it can go and if, you know, we can, if we both are compatible for a long term or for whatever, you know.
But tell me, as celebrities, isn't it much tougher to be in a relationship, you know, with people always, you know, you being on the radar?
See, there are two things to this. If you're in a relationship and you're comfortable with people knowing it, I think that comes with your job, so that will happen. The other thing is when you're not doing anything and you're anyway, you know, linked up or whatever you want to use. I don't like these words. So there's no problem. I mean, if you're a public figure, if you're going to be doing a magazine cover, somebody's going to write about it. So if you're in a relationship, somebody is also going to write about that.
Has it changed to Parineeti in any way? Stardom?
Well, I'm not a star at all, at all. It takes years to become a star. Some things change. If you're a known actor, if people recognize you, some things change. But I mean, if that didn't happen, I would be very depressed. I want to become, you know, a successful star. I want to become a successful actor. So, yeah, things change for the good, I think.
Yeah. You also said something really nice that I was reading, that you said how stars can compete but actors don't. Elaborate on that, please.
I'm like, I don't know, since I don't know how to be a star, how to behave like a star whenever I would be.
What do you really need to know how to be a star? Doesn't it just happen while you guys are like progressing in your career and a natural phenomenon?
It's too early to, I mean, like, I've never tasted it, so I can't comment on it. But then yes, two stars can be compared on the basis of, you know, the kind of, or the number of endorsements they are doing maybe, or the kind of money they are making. But then you can't compare two actors because they have their own process. And if they can be honest, and there might be a possibility that they're doing the same role, but then they can be correct.
Done in different ways.
So you just can't compare two actors. And that's what I'm looking for.
Parineeti, we believe that, you know, you would rather do, you know, smaller roles with smaller stars and actually do a very big star film and do a very small bit role.
No, there's no preference. No, there's no preference at all. And fortunately, a lot of scripts, you know, I don't think I've learned the art of acting, and I don't think you can ever learn it. I'm still learning and really getting used to it. So it's better that I'm getting to work with, you know, newer stars or newer actors, because their process then is very similar to yours. You know, their motivation is very similar to yours. There's a comfort zone. You're the same age group. So for me personally, it's working very well because then I only have to concentrate on my performance. You know, nothing else. However, I've been offered a lot of scripts with a lot of huge stars. Unfortunately, there was not much for me to do in the film. So then I decided not to be a part of them. You know, if I wanted to make a lot of money, then those are wrong decisions. Because I would have made a lot of money. But, you know, that's not what I want to do. I really want to prove myself as the best actress that I can be in, you know, at least the first few films that I do. And then, of course, I will do, you know, the formulaic, the heroine films. Definitely, I would want to do it because I know that one day I will, you know, crave to watch myself like that.
But you don't feel like you've got to be a part of the race and all of that?
We're in the race anyway. Once whether you won films or you've done 50 films, everybody is in the race anyway. And the race is to achieve appreciation from the audience. That is the race.
We also had the story about how the three of you were actually locked up, the two of you were locked up in a room to get into the feel of the character. Tell us, how true is that? That is like a very interesting preparation for a role. No?
No, and I always say if we were asked to do that, we would probably not have done the film because then obviously the director doesn't know what he's doing if he needs to lock us in a room.
We had a couple of months of workshop in a room. But that's about it.
Vaani, are you like warming up to Bollywood? And have they been like inducting you well and teaching you a few lessons here and there?
Rose, 8 to 9, Vaani
exactly.
See, Parineeti is my lecturer. She gives me all good advices about as to what to do. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take it seriously. But no, I don't know. Really, my first movie. I'm just waiting for the release of it. I still want to see, you know, what the audience have to say about me.
Sushant has a quick towel scene in this movie, which is very much talked about. I want to know what you girls think about that.
Oh, it was very fun to shoot.
Okay, Sushant, you tell us about the shoot or that particular scene.
We were shooting for a song, not a scene, basically. And it was we gave too many takes for that. But then I was giving the same expression all the time, so I was sticking to my character.
He was actually that shocked all the time.
Tell me, how was it working with Rishi Kapoor? I mean, he's like one hell of an actor.
Yeah, he's so experienced, and we come from a different school of acting, but then the way he approaches his character, the way he builds his character, and every scene, you know, he'll shock you when you're, you know, actually acting with him in the take. So much to learn from each and every take.
You know, on the first day when I came to know that Rishi ji was doing the film, I was very excited, you know, because, you know, you've grown up on his films and, you know, he is Rishi Kapoor, you know. So, but then after that, you automatically as an actor start thinking, oh my God, I hope I don't mess up my lines in front of him. I hope I do a good job. So, you know, it's always a little nerve-wracking theoretically. But once you meet him, he is as motivated as if it's his first film, you know. He's very, like, he wants to get it right and he wants to do it. He will ask the whole story from, you know, the director again, and, you know, he'll make sure he's very much there, like in his close-ups and in the shot. So then all you have to do is you just have to perform as an actor, react to him. And I loved doing my scenes with him because I love being unrehearsed and I love doing something like new in every take, and he's also like that. So it's like good spontaneous energy. It's lovely.
Vaani, do you have scenes with him too?
Not too many. But I remember the first time I met him, I'm so lame. I just went up to him and I'm like, you're so adorable on screen. I can't believe I said that. And he just looked back at me silently. He's like, you remind me of Meenakshi Shashadri. I'm like, what? Yeah, she lives in Dubai. I'm like, oh, okay.
How is that?
Maybe that sounds, I didn't.
There was the icebreaker. Sushant, you know, where you're today, you left your TV career behind and you're doing movies. When you look back, how do you feel about that? Do you have any regrets? Are you happy where you are?
I'm very happy, and very happy because I took this decision of changing my career. And I didn't waste another year in my engineering college.
And you're very good at ACADS also, so you've really come a long way. A lot of shifts for you.
ACADS?
That
word.
So I've enjoyed the process of 5 years in theatre and then 2.5 years in TV and now in films.
So the general belief is always that the industry is a very tough place. You need to have friends over here to survive. You need a godfather. Is there anyone in the industry you really look up to and say, okay, I need someone, I'll call this person up?
It's just my girlfriend, Ankita. I just talk to her and she's my strength. And that's about it.
What about you?
Well, two people, Manish and Adi. For me, they are like my sounding boards, they're my friends, they're my everything. Adi is the coolest producer. You can speak to him about anything, call him at any time, there's no problem. and Manish is my closest friend in the world. So I just have to call them. They are also very experienced in the field, so they can give me the right advice when I want it.
And do you also discuss your work with Priyanka?
Yeah, many times. But the thing is that, first of all, I mean, we both keep very busy, and she'll always be my sister. So like when I want emotional advice, I'll go to her. You know, but like work advice, I automatically call Manish or automatically call Adi.
Yeah. What about you, Vaani?
No friend, no boyfriend, no girlfriend.
Aren't they your friends?
Yes.
And the two of them,
they're really good co-stars, and but it's just that I'm not taking anybody home with me, you know. I love spending time with my team, and they've been like a mini family to me. Yes, of course, but you know, once you also are aware of the fact that once the movie's done, you know, you finish, they'll all go their separate ways, and then I don't really have any very, very strong bonding with anybody in the industry in particular, if you ask.
It was super talking to you guys. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.